No.
Okay, that's fine. Our lives are a joke right now, anyways. All right. So, why do you want a Hummer EV? Okay, podcast.
Welcome to Racing Home Podcast. You're joined by your two hosts, Fez Bobber
Nick Agater.
and what was your question, Nick?
No, your question was, Nick, should I buy a Hummer EV? So, Fez, this came out of left field. Why do you want a Hummer EV all of a sudden? You just got a Lexus GX 550.
Listen, man, hear me out. All right, it's a good deal. It's a good. That's literally it. It's just a good deal. There's no reason. So, how do I get out of this stream thing?
Oh,
Oh,
I'll
there you
kill it. Okay.
go. Okay.
So, good deal because you're afraid of the tax incentives going away? Not afraid. They are going away. Is that part
They
of it?
are going away. But so right now in Illinois, if you live in Illinois, there's a deal going on with ComEd, which is like the Commonwealth Edison, which is the electrical provider for Illinois. In Northern
Okay.
Illinois, they're giving a deal where it's if you pay 3 years upfront for the lease of a Hummer, it's $10,000.
Hmm.
So in real
Okay.
life, really, you get a Hummer EV, brand new Hummer EV, for $260 a month.
That's how many miles can you put on the car a
I
year?
mean, it's a lease, probably like 10,000, 15,000 miles a year.
Okay. I do a lot of driving, which I'll get into that later on my road trip back from Tennessee. But
You do, but
$200,
this would be like a third car, right? Like you just
yeah.
okay, keep it on the city. You don't have to drive it a lot, right?
Okay,
But it's so
so
cheap. It's so cheap. 10K for 3 years and you're done.
that is a really, really good price, especially like $260 a month and no maintenance. Like it's just $260 flat, and theoretically, you don't have to do anything to the car for 3 years.
Yeah,
You
if it
just
doesn't break down.
shouldn't. It's a GM after all; they'll find a way.
Yeah.
Uh, but you don't live in Illinois. You live in
Well,
Texas.
um, I would buy it through my brother-in-law's business. It's actually it's for people in South Chicago and West Chicago, like the more um non-affluent areas.
Fuji?
Not
Oh
no,
no, the opposite opposite direction.
so he has businesses in that area, so technically he would qualify for that. So I would buy it through him, through his business,
Gotcha.
and
And
yeah.
so, what would you do with the GX 550 that you're also currently leasing?
Oh no, I'm not leasing it. I'm financing that.
Oh, you're actually gonna. Oh, I didn't know you were financing it.
I mean, I don't work for Toyota anymore, so I can't lease it.
Oh, I thought you could still lease it through like a dealer, like you're
No,
on
because
your
then it'll
own,
be
like
a
anybody else.
secondhand car. Because technically, I'm buying the lease out from the company.
Gotcha.
I bought the lease out from the company. That's what I did. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is Hummer EV, 10K, 3 years, and that's it, right?
Um, honestly, okay. If you had honestly, if you had a charger like a fast charger at your work or at
Mhm.
home, I would say it's a done deal. Like absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a fast charger at either location,
Hmm.
it could be potentially be an inconvenience. Like, I love our Model 3, but I probably would hate it if we did not have a fast charger at home,
Well, yeah, you
which
could get a
it'll
fast
cost
charger.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
and would oh, actually, with your business, could you get one installed and take advantage of any kind of tax incentives, or are those already gone?
I don't know. But I mean, it's like $1,500 for a level 2 charger from GM, I think.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right. So you can
Wait,
take that into account of your
hold on.
$10,000 savings. What?
Hold on. It's level 2 charger. It's $1,500 level 2 charger that also recharges your off building. Like, right? Like if, for example, if your light runs out, you
It
can
goes the
you
other
can
direction.
it goes the other direction too. But
Yeah, bidirectional.
the bidirectional one, but the normal one is 699.
If you can do bidirectional, that would be great. I wish I had bidirectional.
I mean,
It,
I don't think a Hummer can power my warehouse or
you
my
never know.
shop.
Well, there were stories of people with lightnings and F-150 power boosts, like back during the Texas polar vortex in 21, and
Uh-huh.
then during some of the hurricanes. I've heard of stories where people were able to power their homes with lightnings and power boost trucks.
Well, yeah, but the home is different than a whole shop.
How much more power draw does your shop have compared to your house?
I don't know, man. Last month I paid $450 in just electrical bills.
Do you know the kilowatts? How many kilowatts you use?
Don't know off the top of my head, no.
Okay, if you found that out, it might actually be easier. But that price is not crazy compared to what I pay in Minnesota. So, like, to keep the cabin lukewarm so the pipes don't burst,
Uh-huh.
cost me $360 a month,
Damn.
and nobody's even in the cabin. There is no money coming out of this place. It's just money
Damn.
going into it. So,
Yeah.
keep that in
Yeah, man.
mind.
I mean, but yeah, so what are your thoughts? Do you think it's worth the deal? Or do you think it's like there's no reason, literally, there's no reason or purpose for this car. It's literally just because it's cheap.
If you need wheels and, like, you can swing it, would you sell the GX550? I know it's financed, but, like, would you sell it? Would you be upside down if you sold it?
No, I'd make like 15K if I sold the GX.
Dude, that's a really good deal. Are you gonna take the Hummer to Moab in October?
Hell no.
It's got crab mode. You go sideways up the mountain.
Yeah, no, I don't trust that shit. I don't think it would make it to Moab. That's how much I trust the car.
That's true. Well,
Uh,
okay, so here's one other major asterisk. It doesn't tow, or it can tow, but it's not gonna tow it far.
I wouldn't get rid of the GX. I would keep the GX for that very reason.
But then you're just spending 10K just to have another car plus insurance.
Yeah,
Or I don't know, you can probably find like a beater, I don't know, like a really fun car for that same money. Like, you're not making any money. It just, you're spending 10K and you have another car as an option to drive in the driveway.
yeah. So I kind of I thought about the same exact thing. Since I sent you the text, I have been thinking about it twice, right? Now I'm
Mhm.
like, all right, like what's the point? Like I want a third car that's like a fun daily driver. That's what I ideally want.
Yeah, but that's
Really,
not a fun driver, daily
no,
driver.
it's not. So ideally I want like I mean, ideally I want like a Porsche, right? But that's not happening right now. But secondly, I want an E90 M3. That's kind of what I was looking at. But
Mm.
like I'm back to that by the way. But I have a shop now, so I feel like it's more justifiable if it breaks down, I can just get it fixed.
We'll leave it on the
Um,
lift.
yeah. But that's besides the point. So the thing is, ideally want that, but like this is such a good deal that I was like, okay, it's kind of hard to pass up on. So I reached out to my brother and I was like, yo, do you want to split this car with me? So
Oh, there you go. That would actually make it a bit easier to stomach. Like, if you needed a car in Chicago
yeah.
to drive whenever you visited,
Hmm.
and then someone else could use it whenever you're gone, then that could actually make a lot of sense.
No, my brother in Dallas. Sorry.
Never mind. This is all breaking down Fez. I don't know what I'm talking to you about.
Yeah. No, I don't have a brother in Chicago. First of all, I have my brother-in-law in Chicago.
Father-in-law, that's who I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
But my brother in Dallas, like we live right down the road from each other. I was thinking about just splitting it with him because he needs a daily driver. He's put on too many miles on his M5, so and he's like kind of worried about the maintenance that's coming up on the car.
Mhm.
So he wanted a car that he could drive on a uh, daily basis, and then I would just use it like as a truck essentially. Like if I ever needed a truck, I can just
Hey,
borrow
actually, is this the Hummer SUV or the Hummer truck?
either.
Either one? Okay, that
Yeah,
actually makes it a little bit easier to stomach. In that case, actually, maybe you should do it. Get a Hummer truck, because and then you could use it whenever you need the truck bed for whatever reason. Granted,
yeah,
you do have your GX, and it could pull the trailer, so that's another alternative. But having
yeah,
a truck bed is pretty easy,
yeah.
every so often.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I was thinking about, right? Like I can just kind of split it with him, where he pays the insurance, so I don't have to pay the insurance, and
Mm.
and then it's just 5K for my end for a car for 3 years, and then we can like rotate the three cars between us. Like I can rotate the M5, the GX, and then the Hummer between the two of us.
Yeah. Okay, that's actually pretty, that'd be pretty tempting. Is your brother interested? Is he saying, "Yes, I'll do it"?
Yeah, it's 5K. He's like, sure, go for it.
But you have to get it in Illinois first, and then you have to drive it down to Texas.
Yeah.
That will be actually an expensive road trip.
How?
So, it might be a little bit different now, but back when my mother had that Hyundai Ioniq 5,
Hmm.
there's one time I drove it from Dallas down to Austin, and at the
Hmm.
time, superchargers were not open to non-Teslas. So the
Hmm.
only fast charger I could stop at was this one, EV Go charger. It was a fast charger in Waco, Texas. Electrify America, sorry, it was Electrify America,
Mhm.
and when I charged it all the way up, it was about, like, $50 for a full charge, and then, like,
Yeah.
I that got me halfway, and then I got home, and I did the
Uh-huh.
math, like, holy shit, if I had to actually, like, convert it over to gas, it was coming out to about, like, a car that got 15 miles per gallon, like, it was atrocious, and, like, the amount of money I spent versus the amount of miles that I covered,
Mhm.
so I'm thinking that and that was for an Ioniq, like, a
Mm.
pretty efficient EV. The Hummer is not efficient.
No. Yeah.
But it might be a lot better now with Teslas because you have the supercharger network that you could access. So it
Uh-huh.
actually would be doable, but it's not gonna be like it's not financially equivalent to a Civic. You're still financially paying the same number of same
Uh-huh.
number of dollars per mile as
Uh-huh.
like a normal truck. It's just
Arguably, it's more. So, I looked this up
yeah,
as well. Um, the Hummer only makes sense if you charge it at home. Because if you charge at home, it's
100%.
like 30 or 40 about dollars a charge, right? If you were to do it that way. If you charge it at home.
Yeah,
So,
roughly.
which is about, so 30 to $40 to get 300 miles on a charge, which is about
Yep.
basically what a tank of gas is, which is not bad, right? Like my GX is about 60 bucks a tank, and it gets me about a week. It gets me about 250 miles,
Yeah.
right? So it's actually
Mhm.
more efficient than the GX when it comes to that. If I charge it at home, if you charge the Hummer at a normal Electrify America station or whatever, right?
Right.
The battery is double the size of a Cybertruck. First of all, second of all, it's $138 to charge a Hummer EV to get 300 miles of charge.
That's crazy. Their kilowatt charge, like the dollar per kilowatt is crazy compared to Tesla. It sounds like they're charging what 45, maybe 50 cents a kilowatt.
Probably.
I think when I drove the Ioniq 5, it was like 48 cents a kilowatt.
Mm,
I'm pretty confident because it
yeah.
was roughly like 15 cents per kilowatt more than the Tesla. That's how
Hmm.
much we pay at the supercharger, roughly like 32 cents a kilowatt.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's crazy. Like I this goes back to the first thing I said where it only makes sense to have an EV if it's a second or third car and you have a way of fast charging at home.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the convenience of an EV just is non-existent. Like, I rented a
Mhm,
EV from Hertz once when I visited Atlanta.
mhm,
Absolutely hated it. Like, all the convenience of having the car on your phone and charging at home, you're not
mhm.
doing any of that with a rental. So, just give me the gas car and this is coming from someone who's owned an EV for the past 3.5 years now.
Dang, it took 3.5 years.
Yep, 64,000 miles on that thing.
I mean, the EV is really nice, man. Like, I like the EVs. I like the aspect of having EVs because, like, they're just nice. Like, it's just comfortable. It's nice
They're
to
nice,
drive.
quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, my sister recently bought a Model Y,
Mhm.
right? Like, the brand new one, right? And it was $475 a month for that Model Y, which is stupid cheap for a brand new car nowadays.
Yep.
Um, 'Cause with the interest rate the way they are, like, to lease or finance a new car, it's just you're paying minimum 700 bucks. Like, if a Camry, a fully loaded Camry,
Oh,
you
your
know,
audio cut out.
can you hear me
You're
now?
back. Yeah, I can. You're good. It was just that one time where you oh my god, I can see your nostrils. I can see some boogers.
Yeah. Um, so what I was saying was, like, it's about 7 or $800 a month to finance or lease a brand new fully loaded Camry
Yeah.
versus $475 to lease a Tesla Model Y, a Juniper or whatever it's called, right?
Yep.
Um, and you don't have to worry about gas, and you don't have to worry about maintenance. Like, it's there. Like, the reasoning behind it, I understand it, right? And she has a brand new Range Rover too, and I honestly prefer driving the Model Y over her Range Rover,
Hmm.
right? Um, but there's other reasons behind that. Her Range Rover is absolutely trashed. Um,
I was gonna say it was a pretty so you're not talking about the new one that I was in like a year ago.
yeah, that one.
It's already trashed? It was brand
Uh-huh.
new a year ago.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. You gotta stop
They
driving around the south side of Chicago.
Someone rear-ended them pretty badly.
And what, she did not get it fixed?
Not yet, because the parts are still
Oh
in
my
order. They're back ordered. You can't get parts for it unless you get it
what the
from like
heck? COVID
yeah,
was over like 3 years ago. We got parts everywhere.
what
What are you talking about?
I don't know, tell you. But anyways, the point was, and then another thing with about the new Model Y was like the self-driving aspect of it, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
All I gotta do is put it in the GPS, press a button, and it just drives me, and the self-driving is so good.
Yeah, it's incredible. So I have self-driving on our Model 3, and
Mhm.
actually today going to dinner, I was using full self-driving, and then all of a sudden we had to cross the highway. So Texas has these U-turns,
Mhm.
and the car started doing a U-turn, and Carol was like, he started yelling at me. She's like,
Yeah,
"Nick, what are you doing? You just go to the light and make a left turn and go into the shop from the backside."
yeah,
And then I'm like, it wasn't me, it's the car driving, and the car just did the U-turn and then naturally crossed got over to the right side of the road, got into the
yeah,
parking lot, and got us right to the dinner location. I was like, "This was way faster than what you wanted me to do."
yeah,
The car it's so good, and she didn't even know that the car was driving. She thought it was me that was driving.
yeah. It's extremely smooth, and I remember, when Ravi took us out, or took I don't know if you were there or not, but, like, he was showing us the beta program that they were testing, and it was, like,
Mhm.
extremely choppy, like, when it was turning, it was, like,
Oh, it
very
was like a hardship license. It was like throw a 13-year-old into the driver's seat and ask them to drive you to work. It was horrendous.
not even that, it was worse than that because it was, like, not just 1 input in steering, it was, like, 15 different inputs on turning
Mhm.
left, right? It was really bad. And now, like, oh my god, it's so smooth. Like, I would trust the car to drive more than I would trust my mom to drive.
I trust it more than Carol to drive.
Yeah,
Carol's mom has told Carol, "Turn on full self-driving." Like, when they're
yeah,
driving down to San Antonio to visit her aunt,
and it's because
Carol's
she's
mom
Chinese, bro. I mean, I get it. No offense.
the car has more camera has more eyeballs than Carol does. And they're always open.
For viewers listening,
My wife's
if
Chinese.
Carol, if Carol, you're listening, I'm sorry, that was just a joke. I was messing with you. It's because you're a woman and Asian, so it's kind of coming.
Carol, I love you.
Me too, as a
As a
friend.
friend. But, yeah, they're
uh,
great cars. The EVs, like, harping back on, like, the original point, like, getting an EV is 100% a great decision if you have a way of charging it at home all the
oh
time.
yeah,
I think
100%.
that's the only thing I will stand on if it's your, 2nd or 3rd car as a daily driver. It's a phenomenal appliance. Just make
So
sure you have
what
a way to
you're
charge at home.
saying is, I should get the Hummer.
If you get the Hummer and install a charger at home or at the shop, yes.
Cool.
Are you taking in Mercedes EVs at your shop? Have any of them tried to come by?
Customer asked me about it because he's like, "Hey, I'm thinking of buying a Mercedes EV. Do you guys work on?" Like, we'll figure it out. But I think right now the issue is that those EVs are too new and they're still under warranty.
Oh, you're not gonna work on anything that's outside of warranty, or you're not gonna do any warranty work, I should say.
Not like OEM warranty, but extended warranty. Yes, we do. We do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I mean, at some point they'll start coming by either for simple stuff like brakes or tire rotations, but
Hmm.
then also it still has a differential, so there still is oil
Yeah.
involved. Like there's still maintenance. It's not every 10,000 miles now; it's every 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
There is stuff that needs to get fixed on them.
Those people don't service their diff and trans for 100,000 miles. And even
Most
when
people will get rid of the car.
Yeah, I mean, even then, when I like tell them, like, "Hey, you have never done this before, and your car's 130,000 miles. Would you like to do this?" And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay."
Well,
um,
you'll see them down the road.
I do. I sometimes, but okay, this is another tangent. But lately, I've been seeing a lot of these German cars coming into work, and their transfer cases and their transmissions are, um, I, like they have these studs like coming from them. I don't know how to explain it, but like you can kind of
Hmm.
feel the car jerking and
Mhm.
like or like the gears kind of skipping. I don't know. It's kind of hard, difficult to describe, but that's happening very frequently on these newer German cars. Like I had a Macan come in, I had a GLS 580 come in that too, and all those cars needed. But by the way, dealerships are recommending them to replace their transfer cases. But all the car needs is a transfer case flush. That's it. Like just change the
Really?
fluid. Yeah.
Wow.
And these cars don't even have a lot of miles. Like the Macan had 30,000 miles, and then the GLS had 50,000 miles.
Interesting. But it's like you said it's like a thud that's happening? Like,
It's
what's
like
the symptom?
it's how do I explain this?
Is it a noise?
It's
Is it a
it's a
feel?
noise and it's also a feeling, like, you just feel like a thump in the car.
When you're accelerating, like, from a stop?
It's like every time the car shifts.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Would not have, expected that.
Yeah,
From the
and then
transfer case or from the transmission?
it's coming from the transfer case.
And it's a separate unit from the transmission? Like, it's a separate
Uh-huh.
fluid from the transmission?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and
Would
then
not
every
have
time
assumed that.
we just service them, and I'll just swap fluids, and they're fine. So what I found out for Mercedes, they had a tech service bulletin for this, and turns out the back when the cars were released, like, to 2020, 2021, when the cars came out,
Yep.
they changed the fluids, from since then. So back then, there was a friction they added an additional
Friction
friction
modifier?
into their newer oils. So because a lot of those 2020, 2021 cars are having these issues.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah,
Well, good thing, they're having issues so you make money.
exactly. Well, anyways, Nick, so enough talking about EVs and I guess shop stuff, but how was your
Yeah,
weekend, man? You were out in
we'll talk
Tennessee.
we'll talk about your new Hummer next time on the next episode. Yeah, so I just got back from Tennessee. So for those who are now catching up, quick recap, the Focus needed a head gasket. Yep, cue all the Focus head gasket joke problems. So I drove the car out to
Or
Tennessee or just Ford in general. Out in Tennessee is a company called Engineered Motorsport Solutions, and they specialize in EcoBoost engines, specifically the 2.3, but they will work on 3.5 and 2 liters. But 2.3s that exist in the RS and the Mustang and the Bronco and Ford Ranger, they will go and they could build you a brand new engine. They could revive an old engine. They can serve as a head gasket,
Hmm,
and so mine needed to get replaced, and I wanted to take it to somewhere that could get it done right the first time and that I could trust. So dropped it off 5 weeks ago, and I finally went to go pick it up, and it was amazing. So
mhm.
Carol and I, we flew out there. We flew out Friday morning, got into an Uber, completely different Uber. Wasn't some hillbilly redneck that had a Ford Fusion with no AC and the windows down. This is actually like a legitimate Uber driver that was very polite, very kind, and drove us 2 hours into the boonies of Northeast Tennessee.
Wait, is
So,
same Uber driver?
no, 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 different Uber driver. This is a
Ace.
good Uber driver.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought it's still no AC.
No, no, no. This one had AC.
Okay, okay, gotcha, gotcha.
And so we get out there, we meet up at the shop, and we exchange some words, made sure our payments were good, and then start up the Focus. It sounded better than it did before. Ran smoother. I don't know why that would be head gasket related or engine work related, but it might actually be to do with the fuel injectors. So they cleaned the fuel injectors
Mhm,
because when they took the injectors off, they said it was like full of carbon, and they sent me photos.
mhm.
So they did a fuel injector service. So they cleaned the fuel injectors up, which are XDI fuel injectors. In any case, purred like a kitten, hopped in, and then we hit the road. We went over to Gatlinburg first. So Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Have you heard anything about this, Fez?
Yeah, so I used to live in Kentucky, and,
Oh, that's right.
everyone used to go to Gatlinburg. That was, like, the vacation spot for everyone there.
Yeah. Did you ever go?
I really wanted to, but I didn't wanna go by myself.
I don't blame you. So Gatlinburg, it's a city, but like the entire city is like an amusement park. Like
Mhm,
it's like one road, and there's shops, and there's souvenirs, and there's restaurants, and there's bars, and it's very much like it's at the what is it, the north end of the Smoky Mountain National Park. And so it is such a serene, like scenic city to go to. You have zip lines and what do you call it? Lifts, ski lifts, but it's summertime. So what do you call them in the summertime? I don't know, chair lifts to go up to the top of the mountain.
yeah.
I wish I spent more time over there. And so we drove over. We went over to what's a moonshine place? Old Smoky Moonshine.
Hmm,
So I had a phase in college where all I was drinking was moonshine. Like I wasn't really drinking beer. I was just I had a lot of phases as a kid. In any
like a
case, so
redneck that you are.
yep. I mean, what else is there to do in Lubbock, Texas besides drink and go to school? So But, like, you can make some decent drinks, so I was trying to experiment with mixed drinks, and they had this, like, cherry moonshine, and so it's cherry flavored moonshine, but they have cherries inside of it. So what I would do is 50 I would fill a glass half full with moonshine, and then half full with Sprite, mix it around, and then I would garnish it with, like, cherries on a toothpick. This is before I was dating Carol, this is why she didn't know about this, but the ladies loved it.
That sounds disgusting.
No, it was good,
But
it was
go
have
ahead.
you never had cherry Sprite?
I hate cherries, and the sound of
Okay,
moonshine.
well, if you don't like cherries, then yeah, it sounds disgusting.
Okay.
Any case, it's amazing. So we went over to the I thought it was original distillery, but it turns out it wasn't. But in any case, it was like the souvenir, the tourist trap version. So they had multiple flavors of moonshine. They had pickle flavored moonshine.
Gross.
They had some weird flavors. You could do samplers. They had souvenirs, shirts, hats. Any case, we bought way more than we should have. We bought this like sampler, and so
Mhm.
I'm gonna try out the sampler next time. Actually, it'd be kind of funny if I tried the different flavor moonshines on the podcast, but do it like 10-10 style where they do and try different drinks.
We still need to do the wings thing, the hot ones
Oh
challenge.
yeah, the hot wings.
We should do it with the halfway throttle podcast.
Halfway throttle, partial throttle,
Yeah.
partial people.
Yeah, he
100%.
he is short.
Damn.
So are you, so I can't say
I
that.
know. I'm
We're
only
the
like an inch taller than Matt.
same.
um, we love you, Matt and Smoko. So, anyways, Gatlinburg, phenomenal, great place to go and visit. Carol and I, we really want to go back out there and like just dedicate a trip to Gatlinburg and the Smoky Mountains. So
Take me
from
with
Gatlinburg, yeah, come on through. So from Gatlinburg, drove into Smoky Mountains, went up to one of the highest roads in the park. Incredibly picturesque. It was beautiful up there. And then on the way down, we saw a black bear. So
you.
Carol was so mad at me for back at Yellowstone. We
Mhm.
saw three different bears, but on the last time we saw a bear, it was a mama bear with two cubs, and I didn't have a good spot to like stop and let her take photos, so she got really mad at me for that.
Mhm.
And then on this trip, she was getting mad at me for spending too much time in the Smoky Mountains. She's like, "We're not gonna get to the hotel in Nashville until like 1 a.m." I'm like, "No, we're fine. We're right on schedule. We're fine, Carol. Don't worry." And on the way
Wait,
down, yeah. And on the way
this is why
down,
I'm
we saw the.
single, by the way, guys.
I'm glad you at least recognize that. So on the way down, traffic was stopping up ahead, and they were all stopping for this cute little black bear. It was like running it along the road on the left side.
Yeah.
It was probably I don't know what a car's length away from where we were,
Mhm.
and Carol completely changed her mood when she saw that bear and was able to take her own videos and photos. Said,
That's
"Okay, all the time we wasted going to the top of the mountain, worth it." Like, great.
awesome. Yeah.
So we
No,
got
I'm
through
pretty
that. Huh?
a lot of times people would put that would go from Kentucky, like, that's what they all everyone had this Talmberg. Like, I feel like it's a very common thing. There was my manager even, like, told me about how, he took his RV down there, and then a black bear showed up to the RV site, and, like, they got out the RV, and it was literally just sitting on their, like, little picnic table,
Mhm.
and he had to, like, go run back inside. Um, but, yeah, I feel like it's very common. Also, another fun story, sorry to interrupt you, but,
No, you're fine.
apparently a black bear snuck onto the University of Kentucky campus once. Like, it went through some of the tunnels underneath and was on campus.
Oh, those sound okay. So I was like, I don't think it's sneaking in. I think it's just walking in. But if it's going through tunnels, then sure, call it
It did
sneaking.
just walk in, yes, in a way. But, yeah. Anyways, continue.
I mean, it's just a bear at the end of the day, but I think there's something about how we always hear stories about like, don't go close to the bears, like stay away from them. But like when the bear is literally a car's length away, like 10 feet away, and you could like call its not its name out, but you could say something, it would like turn towards you. Oh, it's kind of
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
Any case, where do we go from there? We went from yeah, the north side in Gatlinburg through the Smoky Mountains to the south side, which is where Tail of the Dragon begins. So we went from Cherokee, North Carolina, and it's about like a 30-minute drive to Tail of the Dragon.
Mhm,
In this entire distance over there, it is through the Smoky, like still the tail end of the Smokies, and it's
mhm,
just compared to Texas, the roads are phenomenal. It's curvy, it's
mhm.
serene, it is scenic. and I was expecting a lot of traffic being on a Friday night, but there was nobody out on the road. I
Really?
never had to pass anyone, no one ever caught up to me. It was just Carol and I and the one bear that we saw an hour ago out there in the forest. And occasionally we'd see motorcycles drive by and like a Miata.
And this was Friday night?
This was Friday night. This was Friday night at 7 PM.
Yeah.
Yeah, about like 7 PM. There was like nobody out on these roads. I guess everyone was at dinner or heading out to the bars. So in any case, we go through all these curvy roads and we're having a good time. Roll down the windows, and then we get to Deal's Gap. So anyone who's been to Tail of the Dragon, which before I go on, have you been there to Tail of the
No.
Dragon? Damn, you were living in Kentucky, you never went. You were so
No,
close.
I did not.
Oh man. All right, we'll have to do the drive at some point. So in any case, we get to Deal's Gap, which is where they have most of like Tales of the Dragon memorabilia. That's where most of the meetups happen. They have this motorcycle resort or store, and there's like a racing line on it and like motorcycle like starting grid spots. I don't know if it's real or used for actual any motorcycle races,
Mhm.
but it's kind of cool. Any case, there's a sign there, and the sign says Tail of the Dragon 318 turns, 11 miles. I'm like, "All right, Carol, are you ready?" And she goes, "Wait, I thought we did 318. I thought this was the end. You're telling me we have 318 more turns?" I'm like, "Uh-huh. Yeah, we have 318 more turns to go, and they're gonna be more frequent, and then like, it's gonna be more fun." I said more fun. She did not think it was more fun by the end of this road,
She's
but
probably car.
then 100% she got car sick.
Yeah.
So we had the windows down. Like I was in nirvana driving down this road. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
But I was also I want to go back because I had to take it easy because the shop told me to like take it easy for 50 to 100 miles. Make sure that everything's okay. And so I was like getting to the boost, but not fully going wide open throttle. I still haven't,
Mhm.
even though I'm back in Austin. But in any
Mhm.
case, like I was doing the entire road partial throttle, like the partial throttle podcast people.
Mhm.
Any case, still a great time, but by the end of it, Carol, she she did not even tell me to pull over. She just saw it cut out and she just pointed. She goes, like almost as if she was holding back puke in her mouth, telling
Okay.
me like pull over right now. And so we
Uh-huh.
get to the end, we pull over, and she just gets out of the car and she just starts pacing. She goes pacing back and forth on the parking lot. She never actually threw up, but she was pretty close from what she said.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be happy either in that situation. Like, I don't do well in as a passenger.
Passenger. Yeah.
Um, I'll
I
touch
offered a
this
driver.
later. I'll touch more on this a little bit later. But like, I had a student at the event recently, and she was just bless her heart, terrible driver. Um, and like she's just a mom, a teacher, and she's used to driving her Odyssey on the normal roads. And she was like driving so poorly and so slow. Like even the corners were like cheering her on as she started going by. And I was like, okay. But yeah, like the last session we had was like a 45-minute long session that just she just kept going about 15, 20 miles an hour around the track. And
Oh.
it just got so monotonous. I started getting sick, and I like had to ask her, like, "Hey, you want to keep going? Or are you gonna pull over?" She's like, "No, I'm gonna get more time." And I was like, "Fuck, all right." But yeah, no, I get car sick too if it's just too long.
Yeah, I've noticed that with myself too. If I'm in the passenger seat, I think on a curvy road is where I really start to feel it.
Mhm.
Then it starts to get to me, which kind of sucks because I used to be totally fine in the passenger seat on track or on curvy roads,
Yeah.
but now I'll start to get a little sick.
I
In
can't
any
do it.
case,
I can do it, I just can't do it for too long.
yeah, same. I could do a little bit. I can do passenger like for a lap or two, but if someone really started pushing it, I may start getting car sick. Any
Mm.
case, yeah, Till the Dragon, well worth it. Also, what made it great for me,
Mhm.
again, Till the Dragon, I never caught anybody and nobody ever caught me. So,
No,
like,
no.
it was oh, I take that back. There was actually one motorcycle at the very, very, very end that caught up, but,
Mhm.
he got around me, no problem, that 1 liter bike.
Nice.
Uh, and it was golden hour. So, like,
Ooh.
oh, man, I wish I had you and Kenny and Robbie over there because like all three of you are so good with your cameras that it would have been so cool to like get some shots driving by with the sun setting through the trees,
Yeah.
as well as like because of it honestly during the daytime,
Mhm.
pretty hot and muggy. It was like 95 degrees and pretty heavy humidity, kind of like in Texas.
Mhm.
But down by the river where there's some cooler water, it was like causing fog to kind of roll in. Ah,
Mm.
dude, it was so pretty. It was so pretty. I didn't get good photos.
Man,
Um, we'll have to go out there and do it again.
when do you wanna go? Now that I have more flexibility because I trained the guy
Do
finally.
you have more flexibility? Says the guy that's not going to any grid life events.
I'd have a little bit more flexibility, like, I can take a day off.
Right, because it only took me a day to get there and get back.
Yeah, I'll just fly in.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, we'll go to Enterprise and go to the exotic car rental line. That'd
Yeah.
actually be cool.
Yeah, we could tour or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can take a day or 2 off now, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Like, I trust him, and it's I trial that, um well, I'll finish your story, but, I trialed that, I
'Cause
was in Chicago this past weekend,
yeah,
and, for July 4th, and I took, like, a day off, a day or
it
2 off, and,
yeah.
like, my idea behind it was that, "Hey, like, I will work remote essentially, like, I will build
Mhm.
tickets remotely, and you just have to check people in, check people out," and it worked well, and then as I came back, I got sick, so I was out for 2 more days, and then he did the same thing, like, we just, I just worked from home, I
Yep.
answered phone calls from home, and that was good.
Oh,
But
cool.
honestly, like, the only reason why I did that was because we were down another technician who was also sick.
Oh,
So, if it wasn't for that, like, if I had a full staff, I think we would've been fine, like, I could probably take, like, a week off on
well, cool.
you only
Let's try to make it actually real talk. If we do Road Atlanta next year for Grid Life, if they go back, hopefully they do.
Yeah.
Go to like do Road Atlanta and then from there do Tail of the Dragon and come back.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal because we'll already be in the area. In any case, let me wrap up my Tennessee trip. I'm not
Yeah.
almost done. This is just day one.
Mhm.
So Tail of the Dragon. After that, we get over to Nashville. We go to the hotel on the east side, and the
Mhm.
next day we go to downtown Nashville. Everything that people say about Austin, Nashville is that and better. So
Yeah.
everyone talks about Austin being live music capital. Nope,
Mm.
Nashville's way better for live music. Everyone
Mhm.
talks about Austin being like drinking scene. Nope,
Mm.
Nashville's better for the bar scene. Everyone talks
Mhm.
about Austin for food. Nope, Nashville, in my opinion, is better for brunch and for fried chicken, especially, of course. Um, and then for tech, Nashville is actually starting to rival. So there's a lot of tech companies now that are going
Mhm.
to Nashville. Austin's still technically better, but Nashville is starting to boom in that regard as well. And then, yeah, I don't know. I love the city. Oh, Nashville does not have paddleboarding in downtown. Austin wins in that regard.
Yeah. No, I love
Then
Nashville, man, like, if there's one city that I would consider moving to outside of Texas, Nashville.
I would
Um,
consider Nashville as well. I would still be looking at Atlanta as well. I don't know why, but Atlanta actually is very appealing to me and Carol. I
I've
think
never been there.
if it was just me, then Nashville would probably weigh in a little bit heavier, but when I consider, Carroll as well, there
Mhm.
is a very strong, like, Chinese and Korean community in the North End in Duluth, Georgia.
Okay.
She and I both love that area, so
Yeah.
we'll see what the next 10 years brings us. Anyways, after Nashville, we rode bikes around there, that was a lot of fun. Oh, that's the other aspect, like commuting and not public transit, I shouldn't say that.
Mm.
Sidewalk availability for walking and for riding bikes, 10 out of
Mhm.
10 compared to Austin. Austin's pretty crap in my mind for that regard.
Yeah.
And then we drove back to Dallas and we hit some rain. It was torrential, but the 200 treadwear bridge zone survived somehow.
Nice,
Like
nice.
it wasn't that bad. Like I'm sure I would have felt more confident on actual all season. There were couple of moments where I would start to hydroplane if it was really, really, really torrential downpour.
Mhm.
But honestly, it was so much water on the road that I think I would have also been hydroplaning on any normal halt season anyways. Like
Mhm.
it was a lot of rain. I was doing probably too fast of a speed. But we got through it and we got back to Dallas and then today we got back to Austin. That's it. The cars survived and I'm just gonna do an oil change tomorrow and then get back to tuning on the new fuel pump because I still need to tune for 85.
Nice.
I got like 27 miles per gallon too on 93, which was decent.
That's pretty good.
Normally, I get like 24.
It's really good.
So, all right, that's my Tennessee trip. Card back in Austin, and hopefully, give me another week or two, and I can hit the track again. I'll definitely be doing autocross in like 2 weekends.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Now this year, the year I'm not doing Great Life. I want to do like just trips, like weekend trips,
yeah,
and just go and hang out and like enjoy life outside of Great Life. Uh, yeah, and I feel like I'm still like now that I'm kind of getting in a routine, I feel like I have less stress.
yeah,
Um,
that's good.
I can kind of go out and leave and do things, and I want to do that. I want to go to uh, that place that you went to, Tell the Dragon. There you go.
I
Tell
went
the
to
Dragon.
multiple places. I'm a busy man fest. No, I'm
You
kidding.
are a busy
I,
man. You did went
I
to
thought
it.
you were actually. I thought you were gonna say Minnesota. Because
Well,
people,
I do
we
want. I want to go to Minnesota with you too, and I think we're planning that right in September.
that'll happen Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. I want to go to Tail the Dragon. I want to do a San Diego trip. This is what I'm planning right now as well. Like, I just want to explore.
When are you going to San Diego?
I don't know. Probably like this first, second weekend of August.
Would you fly into LA instead?
Why?
Because Ken Block's exhibit is over there at the Peterson Museum, and it
Hmm.
ends. I don't know which week in October, but let's just say the last weekend of September is the last time you can go. So I'm trying to
Gotcha.
see if there's a weekend that Carol and I can go out there to
Well,
LA.
our plan is to go from San Diego and like drive to LA.
Let me know. We can talk offline about that.
Yeah, sounds good. And I could like meet up with you in LA or something. We can go to ACH. That's also another plan I have. It's to rent a
Yeah, and I would love to do that in something that's not a rental Corolla from Hertz.
yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I did the Boxster and it was a lot of fun. On that note, I and touching on all these back roads that we're driving on, I wanted to bring attention to people. Please do not drive above your limits on back roads on public roads. It is not safe. You're putting yourself at risk and you're putting other people around you at risk. The reason why I'm bringing this up is recently I had some friends that were at ACH for an event, and there was like 10, 15, 20 cars that were out there, like GT3 RSs and all that. And they were just blocked in a line, and nobody knew what was going on. And it's finally kind of, it was a really bad wreck that happened, actually. But we're now finding out that the person that was involved in the wreck has passed away and had to get care flighted out. It was a Honda S2000 going the other way, and a Honda Fit actually understeered into him, going the opposite direction. And it was a bad enough accident that the S2K, honestly, just minding his own business in his own lane, was killed that day. So it was a Honda Fit. It was a Camaro and a Honda S2000 that was involved in that wreck. The Honda S2000 person did not make it. Um, that happens very frequently. It's that I'm seeing more and more of that on ACH, specifically in California. So just if you are driving these back roads, make sure you're going 6/10 or 5/10. It's not worth the risk. It's not, on public roads. You're not just only risking your life, you're risking other people's lives as well.
Yeah, 100%. That that sucks to hear.
Yeah. And the guy that passed away with the S2000 was a very young kid. Like he was not, he's like maybe our age, if not younger. And it just sucks to see people's lives get taken away because of some other idiot on the road.
Yep. And even if you're staying within the car's limits in the sense that you're not screeching tires through the corners,
Hmm.
stay in your lane. Um, I didn't see anyone break the double yellow mustard rule when I was
Hmm.
out in Tennessee this weekend, but it's definitely something that harped on big time. Just stay in your lane. Do not cross the double yellow
Yeah.
because
And
you never know.
I've seen people's YouTube videos. I've seen people's like Instagram accounts of like these so-called fucking reviewers, right, that are trying to review these cars and yellows and acting like they're on a racetrack. Like, no, you're not on a racetrack, and you're not a race car driver. You're an asshole. That's what you are. And these are the people I know them from grid life that have done this. I know them from past college days, the people that have done this, and I'm gonna be very like it's just stupid. Don't cross double yellows at full speed at Tail of the Dragon or at 455 in Dallas. Um, like
Yeah.
it's just you're an idiot.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, anyways, so yeah, like I said, I want to do all that. I think it's like a this is my like I guess year to explore.
Let's do it.
Spend somewhere else.
Okay.
Um,
On the I have something to bring up real quick.
what's up?
Okay. So you on that very unfortunate story of the Honda Fit incident, it did ring a bell of something that I saw in Tennessee. I'm gonna share my screen. You gotta tell me what this is.
Is that a banana? I haven't seen one. God,
Actually,
what is that?
it's not far off from being a banana, a crossbreed between a Honda Fit and a banana.
You saw that?
Yeah, we saw this on the road. This is taken from Carol's phone. So like
What?
we were driving straight behind it. Here. So like pulling up was like, what the heck is this thing? This looks like a boat that's upside down, but it's not a
Okay.
boat and it's on the back of a car. And then as I got closer, you know the game with RVs, like as a kid I was staring at an RV and I tried to guess where the headlights and taillights came from, like what vehicle was on the RV.
Uh
So I
huh.
was playing this game, I was like, "Wait, those are Honda Fit taillights. What the heck is that? Is this a trailer?" And then as I got closer, like, that's not a trailer with that's not a Honda Fit trailer with a cab. It's literally a Honda Fit, but it's a Honda Fit with, like, a disconfigured rear end. And so, apparently, they're hypermilers out there. They will go and completely, like, cut the body of the Honda Fit and reshape it for aerodynamics.
This is the
But
opposite of Honda of Sunday Cup. This is
ye
instead of
so
getting lap times. Wait, is this Sunday Cup legal?
That's what I was thinking, like, am I I was
Dude,
thinking
your
it's like,
top
it's not a
speed
wing,
go
it's
up
not a
so much.
spoiler, it's just you took away material from the hatch of the Honda Fit and turned it into a cone on the back.
Yeah, I mean this you've reduced your drag quite a bit.
100%.
To your
Like,
top speeds, like these they would do club TR top speeds.
probably. They'd get there eventually. Can you imagine the advantage you'd had if you had this at Road America in 2 weeks? Dude, you could honestly, don't sell your Road America ticket, let's go find one of these Honda Fits.
And
And
so
then we drive it up to Road America. We'd save so much money driving there. We compete. We get top speed in the class, and then we drive it home.
yeah.
Just don't break it in the kink. I don't know. Like Tennessee was the only. This is the first time I've ever seen this or heard of this. I don't know if this is like a Tennessee legal only thing. Like I don't know how much of this car is still a Honda Fit besides the taillights and the front door. I guess the
That's
front half is still a Honda
this
Fit, but the back half
this
is
reminds me of a supercar, and you wanna know which supercar I'm talking about? Just
no.
guess.
What? I don't. I'm thinking like the McLaren tail thing, Speedwing thing.
Detail? No, not at all.
What? What are you thinking of?
A Ford GT, the new one?
What? How does
Well,
this look like a 4GT? Oh, I see
well,
it, the flying buttresses, but, like,
yep,
upside
yep.
down.
Yeah, so pull up a picture of a Ford GT.
Oh, boy. Okay, this is riveting, audio podcast content.
I'll try to explain it to the best of my abilities, alright? So, a rear of a Ford GT, has essentially a gap between the quarter panel and then the middle part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kinda looks like that. And we'll post both of these pictures on our social
Is
media.
that a good
That
that's
we
uh, the straight back one, this one with the taillights and the exhaust?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. If you add, like, another panel on top of that area.
I think if you just got deleted the 4GT wing, you got this Honda Fit.
Yeah,
Like, took this
exactly.
wing off the 4GT and you got the rear end of this Honda
And
Fit that
and
took off.
instead of and take the Honda Fit taillights off and just put some round, one of those round Ferrari-looking Fit taillights that people put on, Ford Mustangs. Yeah, put those on there.
Golden.
There you go. You have a Ford GT at home.
Like, it's 100 miles per gallon and probably does top speed in Sunday Cup. I
Yeah,
can't call it wait, can I call it Sunday Cup? No, I have to call it, Club SC.
Club
Uh,
SC. Nah, it's still Sunday Cup. Kiss my ass.
Sunday Cup in our hearts, but Club SC.
Yeah.
Okay. After this podcast, I'm gonna read the rule book and see because should I hold off on posting this podcast until after Road America? Are we gonna do this, Fez?
What do you mean?
Are we gonna buy a upside down boat
No, we're
Honda
not,
Fit?
Nick. No,
We're
we're
gonna
not doing
dude.
that. Nick, we're not doing that. Nick, best case scenario, we drive one of our own cars and
This is
we
the
just
only way I'm gonna split Road America ticket with
oh
you.
fuck you.
If we
This
drive
is
to Honda Fit Hypermiler. I forget what Carol looked up. Anyways, we'll look this up later. Anyways, okay, what else do you want to talk about, Fez?
um so speaking of Road America, the Road America tickets were $1,100 or 1130 something fees, right?
Yep.
Um, I still am not able to sell my ticket, and I've dropped it down to $700. And it's getting to the point where I'm like, do I just do that event? Um, is what I'm thinking about. But I mean, I'm down if you are, Nick.
Down for with a Honda Fit or down with your car?
One mine or yours?
Uh, I need to talk to Carol. Realistically, probably not.
Ah, you bitch.
Jim Smitherling, he was trying to get me to go out there.
Yeah.
He commented on the post of my car running when I just picked up from EMS, and he's like, "So you're going to Road America, right?" I'm like, "Probably not."
Mm. I gotta ask Jim. Maybe he wants to take his fit out there.
There you go. Ask him if he wants to do a custom rear end.
Yeah. Hey Jim, you want to do a Hypermile Sunday Cup Honda Fit with a cutie livery on there? We can make it happen. Um,
That'd be great.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask Carol what she searched to find the thing online. I'm not able to find this post. Any case,
Any case, but yeah. So another thing we want to touch on. I asked this question on social media, and I wanted to touch on this. Give me one second to pull it up.
that's
Um,
right. You're fine.
did I already touch on the SCCA event that I attended and what happened to my car?
Nope. You have not touched on that at all. You want to talk
Okay.
about that first, or is it
Yeah.
kind of in combination with your big fish, small pond question?
Yes, sir. Okay. So basically, all right. So I attended my first ever event at ECR after like not driving my car since January. It was rained out, unfortunately. So we didn't even get to drive more than like 2 sessions, and I got one dry session. I got the third fastest time of the weekend in the wet, and the people in front of me were on. Um, so
Mhm.
uh, brand new Falcon RT 660 pluses are really good in the rain, apparently. Um,
Hmm. Okay.
or I'm a better driver than most. No, I'm kidding. Um, so yeah, so did that, and then we got the dry 3 laps in the dry session, and um, I dropped my front right off into the dirt and one of the corners, and I had a splash of oil that hit my windshield. And I thought it was blow by, and I was like, "That's weird. I don't really like that." And then I like my dumbass um, used my wipers, and the wipers smudged it more. So I got 2 more laps after that, and I did my PB of the weekend like that without being able to see where I was going with oil smeared all over my window, which was a 208, 2 seconds off my pace, still. And then it got black flag, so I got 3 laps total essentially at ECR in the dry, and the session got black flag because a buddy of mine went. And as I pulled in, I asked the guy like, "Hey man, do you have some uh, towel or like the glass cleaner to clean my windshield real quick?" And he was like,
Yeah.
"No, but let me check your engine bay to make sure you're okay because it's a lot, because it's all over your hood too." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Mhm.
He popped the hood and then it was like all over my engine bay. And turns out it was one of the quick disconnects from, unfortunately, Fortunato,
Oh.
that sheared apart and sprayed fluid all over my car engine bay. Not sure how that happened. My one of my quick disconnects was bad, and it was the driver's side, so I knew about that, and I knew that was going to be an
Mhm.
issue. And I had spoken with Fortunato about that, and they were like, "Hey, let's test it out, see how it event." This is when I was doing Road Atlanta. Granted, Road Atlanta didn't happen, and I just pushed this off, right? So I still wanted to test the coilovers out, took it out there. The one that sheared off was the passenger side. That was perfectly fine. So again, like I don't know what exactly. shear off like that. And maybe it was just a defective part. It happens. Even Toyota sometimes has defective parts, right? Because of
Yeah,
big.
sometimes the whole engine.
Yeah, exactly. Tundras. Um, so I don't know. So I sent those coilers back recently. They're getting rebuilt. Both the fronts are getting rebuilt. So
Okay.
hopefully they get back. Positive side though, the car drove freaking phenomenal. Like it's the best the car has driven ever, I would say, honestly. There's a bunch of travel to the point now I'm rubbing pretty badly in the front. And yeah, so I need to figure that out. And yeah, other than that, like the car's low, the car looks good, the car has a ton of travel, runs really well, the bumps are really good. I didn't actually get to push it on the bumps too much, but the car drove really well for 3 laps that I got to drive it on. So really happy with that. I didn't get to mess with the settings too much. Like it was on one of the
Right.
softest settings. That's what Devin recommended. He's like, put on the softest, close to the softest settings, and just drive it, and then adjust from there. So even at the softest settings, like the car just like it rotated. Like I just fell in love with driving the car again. Like it was rotating the way I wanted to rotate. With nitrons, it wasn't doing that. It was just understeering everywhere. Um, so I really like that. And yeah, and I was, as I mentioned, I was like instructing over there, so with my student. And I got first place in Max 5 that weekend um, with a 208 and 3 laps without even trying and blown shocks. So that was like going up to the
Yeah.
podium, quote unquote. Um, honestly, it was just embarrassing. I don't know why. Like I just felt embarrassed. Like people bring me on, go get P1 at like that was just. It felt like you know how when you go to a restaurant and everyone just sings you happy birthday.
Oh,
That
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
that feeling. That was the feeling I got, and I was like, this is just like this is great. Like cool, I got a trophy. I don't
I
know. It
mean
didn't mean anything.
okay, sure, like, are you saying it's embarrassing because you only put in 3 laps and you wish you would've, like, earned that first place by, like, competing the entire weekend? Or
I
do you
wish there
think
was competition because like the people that were behind me were I think like 4 or 5 seconds or so, I think more than that. That's slower than me. Like there was no competition. I didn't even. My out lap was faster than their actual lap. Right. Like
I guess you found a really good, that was a really good event that you signed up for. I don't know, like, Luca, sometimes in street class for Good Life, is he's getting P1 4 seconds ahead of P2, and then other events, he's getting P1 half a second ahead of P2 and P3.
no, I mean
Um,
that's great, and then that's I mean to each their own. Like, but for me, like being able to compete in a class that is so competitive, where everyone was like tenths of a second apart, right? Like top
yeah,
five, top 10 is like sometimes even hundreds or thousands of seconds apart. Man, that like really drives you. That really pushes you to do better. That really pushes you to like drive better, and like the podium is earned, and it feels really good, right? Um, that's and now that's what I want. I feel like that's just a fun. That's more fun to me, right?
yeah.
And then that kind of made me ask the question to people like, okay, like on social media, I asked, would you rather be first place with an easy competition or fifth place with a lot of competition, aka big fish in a small pond or small fish in a big pond? And I had 90% of the people said they would rather be small fish in a big pond and instead of being a big fish in a small pond. Nick, what was your response to that?
Did I actually respond? Can you see my response?
I
I
don't
don't think I
remember.
actually tapped on it, but I'll just answer it here. So I would rather be among the competition. I'd rather be the small fish in a big pond.
And why is that?
It was more fun to have competition. Like, it was more enjoyable for me to be at the Grid Life event in street class when I had a full 20 grid field
Hmm.
versus only 7 cars or less.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's just more fun to have competition. If you're going after the trophies, if you're going after easy button, just, standing on the podium, go
Hmm.
play with Global Time Attack at PPIR.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but, like, they only had 3 cars in street class last year. And so, like, you literally could, like, do an outlap and you got 3rd guaranteed, and no matter what car you were in. And so, for me, it's a lot more enjoyable to go and, like, earn that podium when it's a strong field versus just being handed the trophy.
Yeah. And I'm gonna kind of say the stats one more time. So 145 people voted for small fish in a big pond, and 16 people voted to be a big fish in a small pond. Right. And I was just genuinely just curious of like why people voted to be a big fish in a small pond. Because like to me, I would rather be a small fish in a big pond. And I think being in grid life earlier in my career of HPD time attack really pushed me to be a better driver sooner because I
Yeah.
was surrounded by such big talents and such good people that I could learn from, and I was pushed to learn faster. Like if I was doing this SCCA event for 10 years, I would not have grown. Like I would have just like if I just kept getting these easy wins, I just I would what's the point?
I think we all know someone who would have gone through something like that. Someone who would have gone through easy button competition and then try to go to grid life. That person was probably driving a Chrysler Pacifica, not Chrysler Pacifica. What's the other Chrysler?
Crossfire?
Crossfire. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically Pacifica. Same thing.
Yeah, and the bitch and moan. And then I asked people, right, why? Like, would you rather do what she said? So, um,
This part I'm curious about. What did people say? Like, what were their answers for why they, or what was the reasons they gave their answers?
um, Big Mac V Tech, the bad motherfucker. He said, "Easy competition is for pussies." Cool.
I, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. Um, Eddie said, "Because if you win against easy opponents, you don't gain any knowledge and stagnate." Touching on the point that I made earlier. And then
You know this.
Zach said, "How would you feel if you were an MMA world champion, but only competitors were 4-year-olds?" Depends on how many 4-year-olds, man. Some of those 4-year-olds can fight.
Are these normal 4-year-olds? Or are they zombie 4-year-olds? Like, we need more details on what kind of 4-year-olds these are.
Um, like for my nephew who's like 6 or 7 years old now, that bitch, his punches hurt. Like he's been hurting me for a very long time. He like freaking goes all the way back, like rewinds, recoils, and like goes full swing, and that shit hurts every time. It's getting to the point I have to tell him to stop. Like, hey, don't hit me. You're too strong. Um, okay, and then one person, we both know this person, but I'm not gonna call their names out. I'll tell you after, maybe. Um,
Hmm.
he said that it is about having fun. I don't need to be the very best that no one ever was. So he said he would rather be a big fish than a small pond.
Because for him, being fun, having fun, and his version of fun is being on top, no matter
Mm.
how small the hill is.
Yeah,
Interesting. This
and
kind
then
of
once
reminds me of last year. I was gonna say this kind of reminds me of last year when I got third place at Rev Up. Like,
yeah,
incredibly grateful, honestly. But I had probably equal, if not maybe more fun at Midwest Fest where I got eighth.
hmm
Only because like the competition was so much more stringent that it was, and I was also chasing that trophy again. But like, I don't know, I had just as much fun not getting third as I did getting third.
yeah. Sometimes it is that like the fight, the challenge is what makes it more fun. Sometimes,
Exactly. Exactly. Also, that was for me, that was also going sub 40. So I was just
yeah.
ecstatic about that aspect.
This person said, "Big fish in big ponds can be condensing ass. Sorry, condensing assholes who gatekeep or obstruct your progress." What? Make that
Sounds
make
like
sense.
someone, I don't know, sounds like he's mad about the most recent SCCA autocross rulings where cars were shifting around into different classes and people were fighting about Civic Type R's. Was it Type R's? I think Type R's and something else going into D Street, and a bunch of GR86 and Focus RS people were up in arms about D class, DS, D Street.
hmm
I don't know. I
This
go
person,
autocrossing. I don't fend for it. I don't defend it by any
yeah.
stretch. I don't care about classing. I just want to know where this is my car. Where do I
Mhm.
slot into? Cool. Put me in there. I'll go have fun. Which,
Yeah.
on that note, every time I've gone into autocrossing locally for my oh, what's the class I'm now legal for? Not UXA, the other one, DC prepared. I've gotten second place every time,
Hmm.
but like I don't really talk about it because I don't. That class is kind of weird in my opinion. I don't think it's really fair for my car to be in there.
Mhm. Oh, this guy
Okay.
is not. He doesn't compete. He's just. I think he's just a very liberal person from the Bay Area that I know of. I've also noticed, and this is. I'm not trying to get political, but people that said that they would rather be big fish in a small pond rather than a small fish in a big pond. Like I can see the political variances in that too. Um, so
It's good.
yeah.
In any
So
case, where are you going with this?
Raza Hassan, I'm gonna
Oh
call his
boy.
ass. He said he would rather be a big fish in a small pond, and it's because if you win on Sunday, you sell on Monday. That's what the Porsche philosophy was, right? So if you run a shop, customers think you're fast, and they want to spend money with you. That was an
I
interesting
see
take.
that. I can see that angle. I do. I can see that angle that he's coming from.
Yeah,
Which I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to sell cars or parts, so I can understand where he's coming from. I want-
yeah. No, I understand where he's
That
coming
actually
from.
does make sense.
Yeah, if you're just trying to sell any way means possible, yeah, sure, for that 100% makes sense.
As
Um,
long as you're selling to people that don't know what the
any better?
competition was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't know any better. Which is a lot of customers.
Yep.
Um,
All right. Uh, I'm sorry to cut you off, but we gotta wrap up this podcast. We have
yeah,
Ariel again, and I need to go feed the dog.
gotcha. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That's all I had to. So just very interesting take that I had from people. Yeah, no, again, I would rather be a small fish in a big pond and just learn and grow. Otherwise, I'd rather just do HPD. I'm not there to turn laps. I'm there to get better.
Yep. Agreed. I'm with you, man. Okay. So we recapped Tennessee. We recapped go swimming in big ponds. Don't be afraid of being the small fish. Have fun with
Mhm.
competition.
And EVs.
And Fez is gonna buy an EV Hummer truck by the next time you listen to this podcast.
I don't
Peace.
know.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it later, Fez. I might see you next weekend. We'll see.
Okay. Dude, did I tell you I bought wheels from Alibaba?
Yeah. I
Oh, no, don't listen
oh,
to the podcast.
why not?
Just cut it. I don't want people to know me.
Devin from Fortune Auto talked all about his Alibaba wheels, and apparently they're doing just fine.
Okay, well, these are not authentic Alibabas. This is like buying fake loot.
Oh gosh. All right. This is it 100% saying the podcast. All right. Later, guys. Later, Fez. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, you hung up, dude. You gotta stop Craig.